Hello there, I am back with another video. This video is about LEGO City sets that need to be made into LEGO City. Now, my last video I uploaded was about LEGO City sets that need an upgrade, but this one is about sets that LEGO City have never made before. So we'll have some different ideas on this. Many of these sets they haven't made before, and if they have made something like that is a set, it would have probably been included in a big expensive set. So without further to do, let's get on with the video. A construction grader would be very good in LEGO City. We've never had one of these before. And LEGO City have got good recently with the new construction sets with the elephant logo in them. Oh, actually, does it look more like a mammoth? Let me know down in the comments. I would really like to see a construction grader at this scale. Now, for people who do not know what a construction grader does, it basically helps even the ground on the surface in either a mine or on soil. Now, this is how I think it will work. Now, every vehicle, set, building, whatever I cover on here, this is how I think it'll work. So I'll add the name, the piece count, the minifigures, and what it would look like, and what it include. So here's how I think it would be done. So it would be called Construction Grader. It would have 650 pieces. It would include 3 minifigures. It would retail for $49.99 or $60 US. And it would include the construction grader with the elephant logo on it, or mammoth. It would include a driver, a construction worker, and an architect. It will also include a working engine with blades at the bottom as well as 6 wheels. And so yeah, that's how I think it would end up. Now, one thing LEGO City really lacks is sports sets. Now, I know we've had the LEGO City F1 sets, as well as ski centres and skate parks. But wouldn't it be nice to see like a LEGO City sport centre set? Like a set that will have different things in it, so like a swimming pool, a baseball court, or a sports hall, something like that, tennis court even. Sort of like what LEGO Friends did. Because what I'd like to see is a LEGO Friends sports centre translated into City. So maybe in another video, I might make a video about how a LEGO City sports sub-theme could work, but that'll be for a future video. So, how do I think this could work? Well, it would be called Sports Centre. It would have 1,059 pieces. It'll have 10 minifigures. And it'll be $94.99, while it'll be $110 US. And what it would include, I feel, would be a modular building with 3 floors. So the ground floor will have a reception desk as well as an elevator to different floors. While the other 2 floors will have gym equipment, such as an exercise bike, treadmill, punch bag, or weights. While the last floor, aka the 3rd floor, would be an indoor sports hall, so it'll have like basketball and tennis nets. Could even have some goalposts even, who knows. There would also be an outdoor swimming pool as well, with a spring function diving board and some slides, which that would be pretty good. So imagine like one of the minifigures looking up, doing his like cycling, for instance, while watching the swimmers in the pool. That would be brill. Like, could even add anything more onto that. So the minifigures included in the set would be a receptionist, a gym instructor, sports coach, lifeguard, 2 gym goers, 2 swimmers, and 2 sports players. What I'm hoping to do with my current set I own, which is Downtown, for the one from 2023, my plan is to make is to add on to, the right part of the section which has, what's on the right section which has the blue Lego thing on it, like the vlogging studio. So what I'm hoping to do is add a different floor onto that and build my own gym, so slightly modify that. But yeah, I would love to see like a Lego City sports centre, so it'll promote more of the sports aspect of the Lego City. One thing I'd really like to see in Lego City is a Lego City dog park. In the past, Lego City have done many different dog breeds. So we have a French Bulldog, English Bulldog, Labrador, Afghan Hound, Chihuahua, Husky, and of course the German Shepherd puppy. Let's not forget the Labradors and that I've showed you at the first slides. But there are also a few other dog breeds I'd really like City to do. I mean, these dog breeds would be perfect for Lego City. So we'd have like a Pug, Springer Spaniel, Newfoundland, Rottweiler, and a Greyhound. 5 dog breeds I'd really like to see added into Lego City. Now, I know Lego Friends have done a few dog parks in the past, but how would the City one work? I feel like it would be the similar size of the people packs we've had. This is how I feel like a dog park would work. So it'd be called Lego City Dog Park. It would have 200 pieces, 10 minifigures, and would retail for £20 or $25 US. Now, it would include, I feel like it would include a obstacle course with a seesaw in the tunnel, jump hoop, poles, table, weave purse, sinking of the hill. Would also include a park bench with a burn food stand for the dog. So it would actually have a food stand, but with a brick-built burn on it. So, minifigures included in the set will be a dog costume figure to go with the burn stand, a judge, 8 dog owners, and the dog breeds I would like to see are Dachshunds, German Shepherds, French Bulldogs, English Bulldog, Husky, I spelt Husky wrong by the way, Black Labrador, Dalmatian, Chocolate Labrador, Chihuahua, Golden Retriever, Great Dane, Greyhound, Afghan Hound, Rottweiler, and a German Shepherd puppy. Now, a news studio would be very good for Lego City. Now, I know we got a news van as part of the 2019 Donut Shop opening set, but what I'd really like to see is a news studio. Sort of like the ones they've done for, like, the Daily Bugle for Lego Marvel, the Spider-Man sub-theme. How would I think it would work? Well, it would be called News Studio or Newsroom. It would have 600 pieces. It would have 6 minifigures and would retail for $49.99, $60 US. So it would have 3 floors. It'd be modular. So the ground floor would probably have like a reception area with some chairs, while the second floor would be the news studio with some desks and a camera, while the third floor would be a newspaper office, which will include a desk, maybe a computer or typewriter or some newspapers. So the minifigures would be a receptionist, 2 news reporters, 2 camera operators, and a journalist. But yeah, I am actually quite surprised we've not had a news studio yet, and I think it would be a great addition to Lego City. Now, Lego City have done a few post-theme sets in the past, or shall I say, male-themed sets. One thing Lego City actually haven't done, I don't think, is a post office. And here is how I think it would work. So the set would be called Post Office or Mail Office. It would have 400 pieces, 7 minifigures, and would retail for $39.99 or $45 US. It would include a post office building with one floor. It'll have a counter for customer service as well as an area for posting letters and parcels. There will be a purse van also included as a vehicle as well as like a side vehicle. So the set would also have these minifigures. So it would have a postal worker, an office clerk, a postal officer clerk, I meant, a postmaster, postwoman, an older person posting a letter, probably still not used to technology and stuff like that, so the older person will probably be still writing letters. No offence to older people watching the show, by the way, well, the video, shall I say. But also a mother and a child collecting a parcel. And I think this would work very well and would fit in to Lego City. Now, Lego City have done quite a lot of food trucks over the past few years. Now, one thing I really would like to see is a Lego City Wienermobile. And this is how I think it would work. So it would be called Wienermobile. So I've actually spelt it wrong because I've got the E and I the wrong way around, but never mind. It would come with 200 pieces. It would have 2 minifigures. It would retail for $19.99 or $25 US. And that what I think it would include is a Wienermobile food truck with a buildable hot dog stand. The truck would also have a buildable hot dog as well, so to let you know what type of food truck it is. It would also include a chef and a customer who buys a hot dog. Now, one thing I would like to see is a Lego City shopping centre or shopping mall, as other people call it. And I think it would be a great addition to Lego City. Now, I know Lego Friends have done a shopping mall, while Lego City have done a shopping street. But I would really like to see a Lego City shopping mall or shopping centre in the style of 60380 Downtown from 2023. And here is how I think it will work. Here is how I can think it can work. So it'll be called Shopping Mall. It'll have 2,250 pieces. It'll have 30 minifigures. It would retail for £200 or $250 US. It would include 4 floors and an elevator to get access to all floors. It would also, apart from the ground floor, the other 3 floors will have bridges so you can get access from one side to the other. And the ground floor would have the entrance. It would have the Lego brand store, an outdoor sports store, a bowling alley, and a Vita Rush drink store. The second floor would include a bakery, a pizzeria, a comic book store, and a music store. The third floor will include an arcade, a donut shop, a gym, and a noodle restaurant. While the fourth floor would include a clothes shop, a hot dog stand, an ice cream parlour, and a technology store. And the minifigures would include a Lego store employee, an outdoor sports store employee, bowling alley attendant, Vita Rush drink store employee, a baker, a pizza chef, comic book store employee, a music store employee, arcade assistant, donut chef, gym instructor, noodle chef, clothes store employee, hot dog chef, ice cream scooper, and a technology store employee. It would also include 2 security guards, a robber, and 11 shoppers, with one including a guide dog. And I think it would be a great addition to LEGO City. Now, one thing I would like to see is a LEGO City coach. Now, technically, we've already had a LEGO City coach in the set 8404. If they were to do a coach, I'd like to see it in this sort of style of what the Mobile Lab command truck is, but translated into a coach. So this is how a coach would work. So it would be called Holiday Coach. It would have 700 pieces. It would have 10 minifigures. And it would retail for $49.99 or $60 US. It would have a 6-wheel coach with a driver's seat and would include 2 doors at the side. So there'll be one, the front door, and then there'll be a middle door. It'll have 6 seats on each side, then 2 or 3 seats at the back. It'll also include a toilet at one side, opposite the middle door, and then at the other side of the coach, there'll be a luggage compartment for the passengers to store the luggage. At the rear of the coach, there'll also be an engine for you to access. So we've seen a lot in the city vehicles recently that you can now access the engine as a playability function, which I could see this on the coach actually. And there will be 10 minifigures, a driver, and 9 passengers. And plus the coach will not be Newcastle United colours, which would be a shame really, but I only put this on as an example of a coach, plus I'm a Newcastle fan as well, so I think colours wise, I don't know if it would be like blue and yellow, green and white, unless they upgrade that 2009 one. I think it was 2009 or no, hang on, no, it's 2010. So unless they go for a whole different colour altogether, we'd have to wait and see. Now, one thing I'd really like to see added to the train sub-theme of LEGO City is a railway vehicle transporter. I think they'd be able to do a railway vehicles transporter at the scale of these 3 trucks, because at the end of the day, those trucks are 8 wide, whereas like a LEGO City railway track is 6 wide. And I think it would work very, very well. Here is how it would work. So it would be called Railway Vehicle Transporter. It would have 1,100 pieces, 2 minifigures, and would be $94.99 or $110 US. So it would include an 8-wheeled cab, which will have 2 seats and a bed compartment, along with a trailer with 10 small wheels. The trailer would have some weight rails for the locomotive to go onto, as well as a place to store the ramp when it's not needed. At the rear of the trailer, there will be some rails to connect the ramp so the vehicle can get off the trailer and go onto some already established track already on the ground. A locomotive would be also included in the set, and there'll be 2 minifigures, so there'll be a truck driver and the locomotive driver. And I think this set would be very impressive and would sell really, really well. Now, over the years, LEGO City have done quite a few buses. Buses seem to be quite, well, you could say they are common in City, but then they don't do them often, but then you could say they do them often, but then they're usually in the bigger sets. We've not really had that many standalone bus sets. Now, one thing I really would like to see in LEGO City is a bendy bus. Now, I don't know how they would do that. Like, particularly for the middle, like, would they get a new part, especially made for it? Or would they get, like, sort of like the train, like, middle door things, like you see on, like, the trains, and put them 2 together so it'll make the effect of it bending, I don't really know. This is how I think a bendy bus would work in Lego City. So it would be called Bendy Bus. It would have 500 pieces, 7 minifigures, and retail for $39.99 or $50 US. It would include a 6-wheeled bendy bus with a bus shelter. The front and back of the bendy bus would actually have 5 seats each, so the bus in total will have 10 seats. There will be 3 doors, 2 on the front and 1 on the back. The minifigures included would be a driver and 6 passengers. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. And if there's any Lego City sets you would like to see that they haven't done yet in a part 2 of this video, please let me know down in the comments. Thank you very much.